when I started off promoting my own boxing shows down in London, Junior come down to support me.
I also remember when you were stood in the opposite corner with your man giving right, beat him up, he's old.
WBC world champion, the one and only, the hitter Witter.
He should have talked to the millionaire. I was trying to teach him, but he weren't listening to me. Ben Witter on the weekend, all the credit in the world to him. Because I made a video like, you know what? He was very impressive about the entire piece level of opponent. But then when I looked at the opponent and saw the opponent's record and his resume, the opponent was a decent guy.
Matty Howson don't like cow foot.
What foot? Listen, curry goat, rice and peas, brown stew, ackee and saltfish.
Oxtail.
Oxtail. Yeah. Not the only ones, to be honest.
Oxtail's my favourite dish on the planet.
The best.
Right? I'm telling you, oxtail's the best, brother. Any yard's my people, so if you find any yard, bun Ben Witter.
Not personal, it's just boxing, right? Bertie Pavine around in collaboration with Boxers Needs, episode 4 with the knowledge, real talk. But this week we do not have Donovan. We have the former British, Commonwealth, European, WBC world champion. My friend, he talks now, but he never talked when he boxed. The one and only, the hitter Witter.
He should have talked to the millionaire.
I know.
I was trying to teach him, but he weren't listening to me.
So you know what it was, Ben? Yeah, you were just too far. If you'd have been around me, I think it'd have been different.
Yeah.
But you just went and took yourself out off the side. I'm just going to go up there and do my thing down London because I live down there.
Happens, man.
But listen, one of the major reasons that me and Donovan started our channels because of Spencer and Tundi. Because we seen you evolve. I tell him all the time, we see them evolve. They understood where the market was going and how important it is to have a voice.
Listen, when Spence came on the scene, he understood the game of being famous. And when he talks about how he got his first contract, I remember listening to that and just thinking, my man was slime from day one.
Yeah, you got to understand it, man, that's all.
Yeah. And you understood it from day one. And I look and I give it, I didn't understand it till way, way too late.
I mean, it's literally, you see when people turn around and say, the game, it literally is a game. That is what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a game and you got to learn to play it. And sometimes it's like, how seriously do you want to take yourself? You want to take yourself serious? You know what I mean? You just got to learn to play it. That's it. And it's like, be yourself. What I realize on certain things, like, just be yourself. If you can be yourself, because everybody else's position has been taken up, so you can't be somebody else. You have to be yourself. So I just understood certain things. I just know, I know how to sell stuff. So because of that, I've just been very, very fortunate. That's, you know what I mean? I've just been very...
You're a salesman.
Yeah, something like that.
He's a hustler. He's a hustler. He's in London. If you're in London, you got to learn to hustle, man.
Nah, you're talking about, it's in London. That's nonsense. I don't believe that. You mean, it's like...
No, I don't. Listen, I know. When you man can hustle, It doesn't matter where you are.
I'm not saying that.
There's always people.
I'm not saying that, but in London, it's so fast moving compared to the north of England. You have to. It's more expensive to live and everything. More expensive to live and everything. You have to be on it, man.
No, you got to be on it because boy, it's like living expenses in London is like $5 grand a month. Easily $5 grand a month.
That's what I'm saying. I would be panicking if I had turned $5 grand a month up here. Do you know what I mean?
Right. So the hustle's real. So it is what it is. But you know what I mean. But back to boxing. I want to go back. Seeing as Junior's on it, yeah. I remember the night Junior won the WBC crown. Yeah. Against
Coley.
That was a serious win, you know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No. That win there, I was like, nah. Junior was a bad boy, you know.
Yeah.
Even I knew because like I think it was like 92. Me and Junior could have boxed each other, you know. in the NADCs, right? I got to the semi-finals and Junior got to the finals, and they robbed Junior in the finals against a guy called Paul Miles. And I boxed Paul Miles, and I'm telling you, hands down, I beat Paul Miles in that one. But he got the decision. He got on the majority, and then he went on and fought Junior, and that was in 1992. That was like early summer 92, and he got bumped. But I remember everyone was saying, nah, it's because he was showing off, he was doing some little mad Jersey Joe Walcott style and all this kind of madness in the ring, and he got bumped. But from then, I always had my eye on Junior Witter. But then, you know, our bodies changed, and I started boxing at light middle. And when he turned pro, first Junior Witter, people don't know, when Junior Witter turned pro, he was a welterweight. You know what I mean? 96, 97, he was a welterweight, and then he come down in weight. But I reckon if Junior Witter was selling things the way that he should have been selling things, he would have got the Ricky Hatton fight. God rest Ricky Hatton, soul in paradise. But I reckon he would have got the Ricky Hatton fight, and it would have been a barn burner. But I do recall matchmaker Ernie Fossey, God rest his soul in paradise. And Ernie Fossey saying, "No, we'll never fight him, Spencer. We'll never fight him." You know what I mean, man? Like, it never ever happened. So I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
You don't need it. You didn't need it. The problem is not risk we reward v Junior. That's what it was. It's the fighters, like, they knew it was going to be a hard night's work. It was like Harold Graham went going up against Eubanks and against Nigel Benn. It was the same thing. They didn't want that headache.
They didn't need it. They could get away with it, and Ricky could get away with it, so they did. Yeah. Different era right now. I'm looking at this thing. It pretty much would have been made. But as you say, same with AJ Fury. That not being made weird.
It's going to happen now, man. I'm telling you that now.
But I actually think it is going to happen now, finally.
It's going to happen. Do
you think AJ will have an eliminate a warm-up fight first?
Why?
Or do you think they'll fight?
You know what? This is what I'm hearing, right? For the grapevines. I believe that AJ and Wilder will clash.
That's what I feel.
Right?
Yeah.
I believe AJ and Wilder will clash. AJ will deal with Wilder.
Yeah. And
then they'll make him and the Fury fight. Him and Fury. That's what I believe. But
that's how I see it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same here. I just see it logically as the right fights at the right time. I think they're at that stage where it's AJ's best chance ever to actually have them fights happen.
It's amazing.
And they're all in it. And I think I think everything's in AJ's favour.
It's amazing how it sways at different points. Do you think Fury? Do you think AJ? Do you think Fury? But now I'd say Fury. AJ, sorry.
Yeah, man, I just want to see that from a fan's point of view, because let's just be honest, they are both past their best. Yeah. Right? But for a fan's perspective, I know what that would bring to the economy of London or the time when that fight should be made, because there's talk about it being in August, right?
Yeah.
And there's talk that it's meant to be a 2-fight deal. It's meant to be August and November. I don't know about that, but if it happens in August, you know what I mean? It's still going to be sunshine and it's going to be summertime. It'll be great. I could just imagine the atmosphere. I could just imagine everything that's the magnetism that's going to be brought to this fight. I think it's a fight that doesn't necessarily need to happen right now, because if it didn't happen, we ain't going to think, oh my word, we missed out on this fight, because they are both past their best. Yeah. Right? But what I am saying is, for a fan's point of view, for a marketing point of view, for a revenue point of view, then the fight should happen.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed. I'd agree with you. I think the summer fight really works for me, because we don't get many big fights through summer, and that will be a huge fight.
But if AJ's going to fight Wilder, better do it quick then, if they're going to fight in the summer. Otherwise, this fight.
Yeah. But you know what? You never know with these kind of things. We never know. We like to sit down and think like we know what we don't know. We don't. But I would like to see that fight. Money does talk. That's the bottom line. And it's like when you see Turkey Al Sheikh going up there and saying like, well, later we're going to announce biggest fight and right, all getting. But we know what they're going to say. I think it would have been best if he never said nothing and just announced
Well,
the fight.
he's like a little 6-year-old kid. He gets too excited. Just
I'm
like, I think, you know what I mean?
I'm telling you. But you know what? When you got that kind of money around you, you could be a 6-year-old kid. You know what I mean? Right? You can be that 6-year-old kid. But yeah, that like for me personally, I would totally enjoy seeing that fight. Simply because it's just them two fighting each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let's just be real.
Yeah.
But Junior, what I want to know is what's your take on Fabio Woodley, Daniel Dubois?
Talk to us.
I like it. I like the fight. I like everything about the fight. Yeah. And if you sit me down, I'm going to pick a winner.
Listen, his fight is on that show, so he'll be ringside at that fight.
Who's on that show?
Nathan Darby.
Okay, what way?
He's just he's a journeyman.
All right, who's he fighting?
I can't remember.
All right,
He's fighting, and that's it.
I sorted it. I dealt with it. He's boxing an Irish kid.
Okay. Okay.
But I'd look at that and I just think Wardley has got the ability to come through hard times better than Dubois. Dubois' got slightly better boxing skills and more experience. So it makes it a humdinger of a fight. And I'm going to have to go with Wardley.
Okay.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate here, right?
Why do you have to play devil's advocate? Why can't you play God's advocate?
Okay, I'll play God's advocate,
cool.
then, right?
All right, okay.
God's advocate. I'll keep pulling me up. I like that. You're looking out for me, right?
Yeah.
Who has Wardley hit who can punch? Who has he boxed? Because Fraser Clark's not much of he's not a big puncher. Neither's Hooney. So Joseph Parker.
No, Joseph Parker can dig, but he's not the ones that can cost him one punch knockout.
That's what I'm saying. Who is he hit with that kind of power? Because you know what you're saying.
It's not just about.
You know what I know what
it's not just about who can punch.
About getting into later rounds and making it. I agree with that, but you got to get through the first 3 or 4 rounds first.
Yeah, but it's not just about who can punch. It's how much you can take, and how much they can take. Yeah. If I'm hitting someone who can take punishment, yeah, and I'm dealing with them, yeah, I can punch. Yeah. Now, if I get the ability to actually land them shots, is the other story. Yeah. You've got to be able to land it. I don't care how powerful you are. If you're not landing, you're not doing the damage.
Okay.
Yeah. And I look at him and I just think he's a little bit awkward.
Okay.
Yeah. He throws decent, good power shots. He throws plenty of them. He puts everything into everything he's got. Yeah. And because he's in the position where he is right now, the floor is with Wardley. The self-belief, he hasn't been dropped. He hasn't been knocked out, He's the world champion, He wants to go out and prove he wins the world title. I don't want, because he's been given his world title. Granted, he earned it, but he was given it, So he wants to go out and prove, I want to win.
Okay.
I don't want to be. I was world champion, but I never actually won a world title fight.
Yeah,
it's a huge thing for us.
That's a big statement.
Yeah. And he's got that, so he's got to go out and prove it. Yeah, it's not a case of he can't go out and say, "Well, I was world champion." Yeah, I knocked out AJ. I've been world champion. I lost my last fight, but I've been world champion by beating the champion, by winning the world title belt. You've been given that belt. You've been given that belt in the post. It came. It's yours. Here you go. I know you had a fight a couple of months ago overseas for that one. In your head, it doesn't run. It doesn't flow properly.
Come on, Junior. I like this.
And then there's people like me who are going to come out and say to it, "You've got to go out and earn that shit." Yeah. And listen, Nicola Adams became world champion by the former champion being injured and had to retire from boxing. Then she boxed and she got a draw. She's never won a world title fight. Yeah. And he doesn't want that on his head. So the pressure's on, the drive's totally there. So he's going out to prove a point.
Junior, sold it to me, man. Sold it to me, Junior.
See, you need me on the show for Junior to start drawing lyrical, yeah? You know what I mean? Because when you got these three country bumpkins talking together. Now, you know what? I think a lot of people are sleeping on Daniel Dubois wrongly, you know?
Yeah.
I don't think you should be sleeping on Daniel Dubois, you know?
Yeah.
I'm just keeping it 100. You know what I mean? I'm just keeping it 100. I don't think nobody should be sleeping on Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dubois is a very, very serious human being, especially, yeah? I believe the two of them sparred together, and forgive me if I'm wrong on this one, right?
No, you're right, because I talked about it on the face-to-face last night.
Oh, okay, they sparred, right?
Yeah. And Wardley even admitted that he got his hand dealt. He got dealt with in the spine, but it was a lot.
Okay, I was about to say that Daniel Dubois kind of had him up, right? So in his mind, even though, and Junior can tell you, like, sparring don't mean nothing. If it's down to sparring, I'd be the world champion, right? Sparring don't mean nothing. Yeah. It's, can you perform underneath the bright lights? Can you perform under the pressure of the crowd? Can you perform? It's a big difference. So, but I'm telling you, like, if Wardley got had up, and I'm just trying to say, like, with Daniel Dubois, in his mind, in his mental aptitude, he's thinking, well, I had you up in sparring, and because of that, I'm going to bring that same kind of tenaciousness to you come fight night. And this is where I'm saying, like, he could be a little bit problematic in this fight for Wardley. And yeah, because you got to be real. You can see there's signs of Daniel Dubois where sometimes he just switches off, right? And he's looking to the corner to look for the validation of his father, right? I've brought down fighters who have sparred with Daniel Dubois, and his dad is his chief cheerleader. His dad's like, "Go on, Dan, fuck him up." It's a madness, right? I believe he's very reliant on his father, but because he knows he's sparred with him and he's had him up, it's a different kind of mentality. Just like, do you remember the rumors that were going around that Daniel Dubois knocked out AJ? Right?
Yeah.
Right. But when he sparred, he must have done pretty decent with AJ anyway. I don't say he knocked him out, but he must have done pretty decent. So because he's got that in his head, he's thinking, right, I've had a go with you, and we saw what happened when they fought. Yeah. So I think it's the kind of same thing going into this fight, because he knows that he's had him up. And Don Charles is very confident for this fight, you know? He's very confident because, like, Don Charles knows of the sparring. And because of that, he's thinking, right, we'll bash this guy, you know? Who's the fight, we'll deal with him. But also, to Wardley's credit, he's come out of fights where he's been under fire, he's come out and he's turned the tide. Right? Because in his head, he's like, right, all he's going to do is take one shot for me to clap you out. So this is why the fight's interesting. But I'm telling you people now, do not sleep on Daniel Dubois in this fight.
Yeah, I played God's advocate, but I think it's...
Thank you.
God's advocate, but I think it's a 50-50 fight. But I agree exactly what you're saying, Spencer. I'm not sleeping on Daniel in this fight.
Yeah, don't. To me, that's a big disrespect that people are actually sleeping on Daniel Dubois, thinking like Daniel Dubois can't fight. Daniel Dubois has only lost in recent times to Alexander Usyk. There is no shame in it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because AJ and Tyson Fury both lost to him, and they're going to go down as generational greats. So, you know.
He's beat them all twice as well.
Right. See, the real thing is, I'm not saying that it's a foregone conclusion. I'm just saying I slightly favour Wardley. Yeah.
Momentum.
But Dubois, could very easily win this.
Yeah.
And I just think it's one of the best fights that's out there right now. Yeah. I'm completely looking forward to watching it. Yeah. And it can go either way. But I think it's just edging for me just on Wardley. But I take what he's saying, because I know what it's like when people have got that I've had you I've beat you, I've dealt with you. Yeah, before inspiring, so I'm going to do it again. But that also brings that slightly bit of overconfidence sometimes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think David Boy needs that overconfidence, you know? I mean, if you look
Yeah,
at David Boy's makeup, right?
Mm.
He's kind of simple on certain things because box is all he knows.
I know what you're
Right?
saying. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So because
I mean,
he's got that simplicity to him, because he knows box, he knows the complications of boxing. He knows that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he's been groomed and reared just to fight. And more so, it's like it's gonna take a skillsman or like, you know what I mean, Junior Knowles kids of Jamaican descent, or a man that can genial you in fights. So my man can, like, you think, like when he fought Joe Joyce kind of genialed him because Joe Joyce was there and took his punching power, right? Usyk is another class. Usyk is the king genial out there. He's a sly old fox. So Usyk can do the tricks and but in this fight, it's gonna be interesting because, and I'll tell you why it's gonna be interesting because a lot of people are looking and say, "Oh well, Danny Dubois quit against Usyk in the last fight, and arguably quit in the first fight with Usyk," and which I disagree with. I don't think he quit in either of those fights. You know what I mean? I just think his mind can't coagulate with that kind of pressure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he's like, "Oh, to hell with it," and then, "Oh, what have I done afterwards?" You know what I mean? That's what I believe, right? Kind of similar to like Roberto Duran when he fought Sugar Ray Leonard in 1980. Was that November 25th, right?
Yeah.
Kind of like, the pressure and to hell with this, and you don't realize what you've done, and it's too late. Yeah. I think that's what he kind of gets. I don't think he's a quitter. I just think like he gets bombarded with too much information flying him, and then punches are hitting him in the heart.
Paralysis by analysis.
Exactly. That's a very, very good. That's a very, very good saying. So now, I think he knows that, right? You know what? I've got to show up. And I've got to, I've got to show up. I still say that Woody's the favourite, but do not sleep on Daniel Dubois.
Yeah, I agree. That's how I got it. That's how I see it as well. But Junior, you did a very good job of selling it, though. You had me on the ropes, mate. I nearly shifted.
I didn't have your ropes. I've sold it already. Listen, I'm not bothered. Yeah, I think it's the best fight out there right now, especially at heavyweight. And I'm just looking forward to watching it. I think both fighters have that much to prove. Yeah, that it's 100% on. The thing what people are forgetting is Dubois can punch. Yeah. And Wardley has been dropped and hurt.
Wardley?
Yeah.
Who dropped Wardley?
Wardley. Wardley.
You haven't been dropped?
Not dropped, hurt. I meant hurt. Sorry.
Yeah. My boy had him up. Hooney had him up, right?
Yeah.
And then just stay with it and clap out Hooney.
Yeah.
And I just think it makes it extremely exciting.
Oh, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be. You can just tell the judges to just stay home. I don't think it's going to the scorecards. I'll be surprised if that goes 12 rounds.
Yeah, so would I. I can't see that going 12 rounds.
Yeah.
Nah.
The both, because Wardley's got heart for days, and if he realizes he's behind on the scorecard, he will bite down on that gum shield and go for it. Someone's getting knocked out.
Yeah.
Because he did that in the Hooney fight, didn't he? When he was way behind on the scorecard, he just needed to pull it out, didn't he?
And he did pull it out.
Yeah, he did.
Pull it. That was a fantastic win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But see that we're talking about heavyweights, we see there's a cancellation on this weekend.
You know what? I understood a post that I know nothing about what he's been pulled up on. What has he been pulled up on?
He failed the VADA test.
Do you know what it is?
Yeah.
No, I don't know the substance, but Lawrence said, I'm only going to make one statement on this. You saw that I popped my bicep throughout surgery and I had another injury as well, which I was receiving medication for. So that's what I'm saying on the matter. And to tell you the honest truth, I know Lawrence. I don't believe that Lawrence would be a drug sheet. You know what I mean? I don't. You know what I mean? Especially for his style of fighting, No, I definitely don't think that he would go and take anything to better himself in a fight. No, I don't believe that at all. I think what it is that he's taken something while throughout his injury that has shown up to make him pop dirty. I know Lawrence pretty well. I don't think Lawrence is a dirty character. Yeah, I mean, I'm not just standing up for him because the last time I was standing up for someone in the drug street, there was a big drama on me, and then you know what I mean. So no, I'm just saying like I don't believe that Lawrence Cody is a drug street.
What a lot of people need to understand, this is for the people at home, when someone says performance enhancing, people all naturally think steroids, right? But for instance, if I'm in the changing room and you're in the changing room and I've got a headache and I take Nurofen, that can pop up that I'm performance enhanced because I'm taking something that you're not taking, so I'm performance enhancing over you. So it doesn't always mean that it's like steroids or TRT or things like that. So that's just for the people at home.
Not for me either. I didn't need to know that.
Well, you now know that. You should know that. You're fighting. Don't have your fighting take Nurofen in the changing rooms.
I haven't taken anything.
Well, the thing about it is like how boxing is right now. I'll be frightened to take anything, but people do know how to cheat. They do. They know how to cheat.
Yeah.
They know how to. They do. You know what I mean? And that's the sad thing about our beloved sport now, Junior. That like it just seems like everybody's taking stunk.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the sad thing about it. You know what I mean? People do pop dirty.
And especially
happen.
Well, listen, we're all in boxing, and everyone at home thinks when you see 100,000 people in the stadium, it's a big sport. But my wife's just popped in. Hello, darling. Say hello.
Hello, people.
Hi, young lady.
A lot of people don't realise there's 100,000 people in the stadium, but boxing's very small, and we hear things, we see things, we know this, we know that. There's certain people that float around the sport on the outside what help the fighters cheat as well, because the fighters don't always know what they're doing.
Hardly any of the fighters know what they're doing. In general, fighters are not the most intelligent people.
You're not speaking about
yourself, bro.
You're not speaking about yourself, Julian.
Listen, I'm not saying there isn't smart boxers. I'm saying they're not all the same. And when you're talking about nutrition and vitamins and stuff like that, think about what you knew when you boxed compared to what you know now.
I didn't know nothing about it.
Yeah. And while we're coming through, because we are young and in general, not the best educated, as in we haven't all gone to university degrees. Yeah. I'm not saying there isn't plenty out there that are. So that stage in our lives, we haven't got the knowledge. At that stage in your life. When you're later on in your life, you've learned more, you've lived, you've seen. If you want to go down that path, it's easier to do that. When you're fighting and training, you got to spend so much time dedicated to the actual gym work, to actually doing the exercises. You haven't got time to take all that knowledge in, as well as do all your social media now and everything else that comes along with it.
Yeah.
To have that much knowledge in the actual drugs.
Well, you know what? It's crazy that you're speaking about the social media stuff now, yeah?
Yeah.
It's kind of, to me, I think this social media thing is crazy because, like, fighters are more interested in a social media pull or a pill than learning how to fight. Yeah. I'm just going to be real.
No, you're right.
100%.
You know, Matty Harris, I respect what Matty did, right? You know, it's fine. Matty don't like social media anyway. He wouldn't do it if he didn't have to do it. Like, I constantly tell him, send me content, I'll do your social media for you. Just so he's got something out there. He don't like it. They checked him to the hotel, all the fight checks in the hotel. He checked it back out. He went straight through the door. So there was a madhouse, all the fighters in there, checked straight out and bought an Airbnb at the end of the road. He doesn't deal with it. He switches off social media. He just focuses on fighting. But there's some fighters that don't want to be on social media, acting good at social media, and it affects their performances.
You know what is this? Don't get twisted, yeah? I do believe that the world's changed. You know what I mean? Was it Howard Wilson, who was our prime minister in 1976, said, "He who rejects change is the architect of decay, because the only human institution that rejects progress is the cemetery, right? So these things, right? These things are part and parcel of today's society and today's communication, because everyone's got a mobile phone in their hand. You know what I mean? Everybody's going through work. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? In our day, Junior, we used to enjoy Mondays at 7:30 so we could watch Coronation Street. Those days are now done, right?
He loved it. He was addicted to Emmerdale. He loved Emmerdale.
I didn't like none of them programs.
Yeah.
My rubbish was I watched different rubbish.
Like what?
EastEnders.
Desmond's.
Oh yeah. This was a bad boy show. Don't get twisted. But yeah, it's like the pull for social media or stuff like that is very, very needed in today's, right? Yeah. But social media don't mean a damn thing if you can't fight.
No.
Right? That's it. I'd rather be around knowledgeable people who know the game than any of these little social media hustlers who are trying to nick a living. You know?
Yeah.
And that's the jar truth. The game has changed exponentially. Can I say that the game's changed for the better? No, because I just think people, you know what I mean? People, especially with these social medias, a lot of people lie, because I've seen guys that post things and within 30 seconds they got 50,000 views. I'm saying, you think you're taking me for a dickhead?
Yeah.
You get what I'm trying to say? And I know it happens regularly in the music game, but it's now being...
Our competitors get invited to, our media channel, they get invited in around the fighters on... So when we did the Misfits one, you remember there was the orange and the blue band? And we had to go to the orange band section where people were going to the blue band section. And there was half the people over there I knew that were cheating their views. It's not hard to figure out how to cheat views nowadays.
Bro, like I said, the world is different, as really, really changed. But it's like, it's mad. And this is how we realize how insecure the world is because of social media. People so desperately want validation. And that's why we do these kind of things. We want validation. Like, I remember there was a poll and like kids were saying, like, if I post something on TikTok or whatever, if I don't get more than 100 likes, I delete it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I want to say to these young kids, how about just liking yourself?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think the key thing is like, instead of trying to strive for value, you need to work from value, knowing that you are valuable. But the world's changed, man. And it's sad because it's inside boxing ridiculous now. Seriously, it's inside boxing. We're a bag of bitches right now. That's the truth.
Yeah.
I would just say
there's a lot of prospects out there, that can sell tickets and cannot fight.
Brother,
now we've always had people. There's always been people.
It's because they can sell tickets.
Yeah.
They could sell tickets.
I agree.
About them.
Listen. I like nearly everyone in boxing. There's very few people I don't like, but there's certain, and then I'll speak in code because you'll probably guess it, Spence. Yeah, there's certain fighters that fight for Matchroom that can sell tickets for days, right? But would get beat by nearly every other fighter in the division, right, in the top 10, right? But the promoter don't care about that. He just cares about how many tickets are selling.
It's the business, though, isn't it? So you think, like, if you can sell tickets, you're creating revenue, right? And then we can create a persona for you. And then, like, if you keep on training long enough and hard enough, eventually you're going to pick up something, because that's just how it goes. This is the game. That is how it goes. But me personally, I just know how this game is. That is very... I'm a appreciator of skills, talent. That's what I like. So, but when I'm seeing this game and I'm seeing garbage guys get a bring-in because they're being matched correctly, and the only reason why they're being matched correctly because they got a social media appeal and a pulling power on social media. Yeah. But when they do that, you know what? It leads these guys to a full sense of security, because as soon as they fight somebody that can fight, they're going to lose. You know what I mean? Or it's like, you know what? It's kind of crazy. It's like, I see certain guys who box. One particular fighter who boxed recently and lost. But they're still posting like there's some superstars. And I'm saying, brother, this is how crazy this world is right now. Yeah, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
What can you say, man? Not like all day, Junior. Not like all day, mate.
No.
Let me lead it on to a conversation off the back of what you said there. So one guy who knows how to use social media but can fight is Ben Whittaker. Let's talk about the performance of the weekend. And you know where I'm going to end this conversation.
Yeah, of course I know where it is because you saw what I posted.
Yeah, I know. You know I know. We got to get into that. But listen, talk to me.
No, that was impressive. Not only that, but that guy gave Lyndon Arthur a really hard fight, you know.
Yeah.
And Lyndon Arthur now is European champion. And I don't like how a lot of people like to discredit Lyndon Arthur. Lyndon Arthur is a solid professional fighter.
Yeah, definitely, 100.
He's a solid professional fighter, and he's very funny as well. His
social media. Listen, his social media is good, man. Do you watch his TikTok lives? I love his TikTok lives, man.
Nah,
you got to watch it. He invites people up and they talk smack to him and he just entertains them. And like, they want to call him out, but he entertains it. He's funny how he entertains it, honestly.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is like, Ben Whittaker on the weekend, all the credit in the world to him. Because I made a video like, you know what? It was very impressive, but they need to up his level of opponent. But then when I looked at the opponent and saw the opponent's record and his resume, the opponent was a decent guy. And he just blapped him in one round.
Yeah, listen, I've said it already, that performance was perfect for what he did. Took control straight away, dominated, put his foot down, said, I'm here and I'm in charge. Yeah. Then his opponent came back, and then he started using his skill and his abilities, moved around a little bit, picked him off. Yeah. Couple of silly little moves, turned around, bam, took him out. Yeah. With good, clean shots. Yeah. And you look at it and think, he's against an opponent who's at the right level right now. The guy's not rubbish. The guy's not brilliant. The guy's good. The guy's very good. Yeah. And I just think it was perfect fight, it was perfect matchmaking, and the performance was spot on. A little bit of showboating at the end, brilliant. Because you need that these days, what we've been talking about. So for me, brilliant. Really, it was really good for where he is and what he needed to do.
So we're talking about matchmaking. So Eddie Hearn's matchmaking thinks that Anthony Yarde should be at the back end of the year. What are we saying about that?
I think that should be next for Ben Whittaker. That's what I think, not back end of the year. I think it should be next.
Well, he's going to go to America first. He's got to have that fight in America, and in June.
Oh, in June, yeah. So then after that fight, how long do you need to prepare? So you go June, he claps at this guy in June. Yeah. June, July, August, September, summer.
Yeah, that's what they're thinking. Yeah, that's what
September time. Yeah, I think that would be right because and the next thing is this, is like, especially like when I posted my thing that I posted, like a lot of people were being very negative towards Ben. And like, if you know Ben, as you, John and June know, he's just a really down-to-earth youth, you know?
Yeah, he's
a really nice guy, you know? I remember the first time I met him. I remember when he came up with a silver medal and he was a bit peeved that he didn't win the gold. And I don't think he shook the opponent's hand or whatever.
Yeah.
Right, and I remember tweeting like he's gonna grow up to regret not doing that. He should have shown sportsmanship, right? And I remember I tweeted that on Twitter, and then he replied like, "Nah, you have to, I get it, but I mean, I just wanted to win." And I thought that's kind of cool because you actually replied back to me. I don't know you at that time, I didn't know you.
Yeah.
But I mean, when you meet him, he's a really nice guy. His dad's a lovely man as well. So it's
Tony's cool, man. Tony's cool.
Yeah. I wish him, Ben Whittaker, all the best. But I mean, you know, Andy Yard's my people. So if you're fighting Andy Yard, bun Ben Whittaker and talk after.
Not personal. It's just boxing, right?
No. It's you're going up against my. End of the day, it's this year. It's like Tundi's saying, right? 1,000,000% we'll take that fight. They make that offer. We're taking the fight. We're taking the fight.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people are looking at the first fight they had with Liam Cameron.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Thinking like, this kid ain't got no arsehole. But I'm telling you, I know that he has got arsehole.
Now, I know
Really?
some details. There's a lot going on in that first fight, and it changed in a second.
Well,
Yeah,
listen,
well, you know what?
I tell you what, as someone who's not in either camp,
Yeah.
with that first fight, his tactics were wrong. His head seemed to be in the wrong space. He performed bad.
There's a lot of personal stuff going on.
I'm not going into it because I don't know. Yeah. But he performed bad and he come through it. Yeah. And what happened. Yeah. So I look at that and just think, then he came out and he did the performance after. And since then, he's gone from strength to strength. And he's got better and better. And I like the fight we had. I just think it's a fight that if he doesn't perform, he'll definitely can lose if he don't perform. I think if he don't perform, he does lose. Yeah. But if he performs, he wins. So it's all on Ben for me. And I just think he's got the talent. He's got the enough experience to get in there with Yard and give him a really good fight. And it's a good fight to happen.
I'm guessing, tell me if I'm wrong, Spence, but this will get Yard off the couch as well. This will motivate Yard.
Of course it would. You know what I mean? I can't really speak on Anthony Yard, you know.
Yeah.
I've noticed he's been a young man growing up when he first linked with Tundi. So he's been with Tundi for like 13 years, maybe, if not maybe more.
Maybe.
But I remember the first time I seen Anthony Yard properly seeing him, he sparred with Chris Eubank Jr.
Really?
Down at a gym that I was running a gym, Rooney's gym, and I used to run a sparring down there. So I'd always get a phone call from Ronnie Davis about looking for sparring. And I said, I've got a couple of guys. I remember getting him sparring with Darren Williams. If you remember him, he was British champion. Remember super middleweight British champion. Got inspired with Darren Williams. Got inspired with Patrick Mendy, that tough super middleweight. And I also got inspired with Andy Yard. And Andy Yard at the time was like 6 amateur fights in. I remember screaming at Eubank Senior, look, there's 6 amateur fights this boy having on. And because he gave Eubank a run. And Eubank don't spar easy. He spars very heavy.
Yeah, tough.
Right? But they had a good spar then. Right? So it was a very good spar. So because I've known him for that amount of time, you know what I mean? But I'm going to be real with you. I don't really know Anthony Yard like that. You know what I mean? I know him because of Tundi. And also, you see, like if somebody who I know's got a fighter, I don't try to get close to their fighters because, you know what I mean? And even it's just to respect him because you know how paranoid this game is. Or, you know what I mean? Right, you know how it goes. Right, so you know what I mean? I do. I have boundaries in that, especially because I just know the game. So I like to look from my perimeters and like phone them up and give them little pointers or this, but I don't really get involved.
I hear you.
Yeah, I don't get involved.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, I don't. Because you know firsthand. You know what I mean? When you was on top, how many people was trying to nick you off of Brendan?
Yeah, of course you got plenty.
Right, exactly. That's just the game, innit? That's just the game. Oh, I can do this for you. I can do that. That's just the game. You know what I mean? But what I also like in like Yard's relationship with Tundi is like loyalty is royalty. And he stayed loyal to Tundi because he stayed loyal to a man that came up with him from the dirt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I respect
loyalty's key. Loyalty's massive in this game.
I respect that.
You've got someone's loyalty. You've got to respect someone's loyalty.
Loyalty is big because you don't have much of it.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So I got the greatest respect for them. But I do hope that it's him and Ben Whittaker. And the reason why, because Andy Lee is not that guy to call out people and all the rest of it. Andy Lee is calling out Andy Yard. So therefore, Andy Lee's seeing things where he thinks, I know if we got in there, we could do this and that and that. But he's also got to remember, like, Tundi's thinking exactly the same thing. Like, right,
that's why it's a good fight.
It's a good fight. And it should happen. And I hope that they make this fight. I hope that Eddie Hearn contacts Tundi's lawyer, Jonathan, and makes them an offer. I hope that, and then that fight can come into fruition because that will get the juices flowing. Because right now we're seeing Ben Whittaker bang out these also runs. We don't know the guys that he's beating. So give him a name now because Ben Whittaker's not a baby. How old is Ben now?
I'm going to take a guess at 29.
Well, then, 29, we just do 30 next week. Come on, fight them man then. That's it. Fight. Make them fights happen.
I want to check. I don't want Ben getting angry with me.
Nah. Or because I see like your man from your ends, Ty Mitchell,
Yeah.
was
28. He's 28.
He's 28. Yeah, he's a pup.
Yeah.
But but I'd like to see
I know Ty wants it.
Yeah, Ty desperately wants it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't think they'll fight Ty Mitchell.
No.
You know what I mean? As much as, because I think they're going to look at it and say it's not that commercially viable to us.
Yeah, I don't think that.
Yeah.
For us to go where we're going,
It's names.
This is not disrespect to Ty, but he's looking at real fighting, not the misfit kind of misfit.
No, but you're saying real fights. Ty Mitchell's fought real fights on the misfit.
I know Ty's a real fighter, but I'm saying Ben ain't looking at no misfits. He's looking moving up.
He beat Rosado the other day, right? That was that. Even though Rosado passed his best, but that was a decent win. And even though it was on misfits, it was a professional fight.
Yeah.
So I can't take away from what Ty Mitchell was doing. Ty Mitchell's story is actually incredible because he was away for how many years? 13 years, and then come back to fight. So all the credit was to Ty Mitchell, but they're not going to take that fight. I think they should stay tied to most probably fight someone like Craig Richards. I think that could happen, and I think if they offer him that fight, he should take that fight. Because with Craig in Ghana when he came out victorious against Dan Aziz. So yeah, I would. Yeah, but bottom line, Ben Whittaker versus Anthony Yard needs to happen next.
After the American debut, though, he's got to do the American. Yeah. Listen, before we got off, we just want to know, because Matty Harrison don't like cow foot and he don't like chicken foot and all. So I just know if you like that, Junior. If you like a cow foot.
What foot? Listen. Curry goat, rice and peas, brown stew, ackee and saltfish.
Oxtail.
Ackee and bacon.
Don't forget oxtail.
Oxtail. Yeah. And them are the food them me like. Not the only ones, to be honest. I love lamb, to be honest. Lamb's my probably favourite meat at the minute, but yeah.
Lamb.
I don't too bother with the cow foot and chicken foot.
Man, I told you that already, man. Cow foot.
Spencer's gonna educate you in a second.
I'm just saying cow foot. Cow foot is delicious. I know business, but anyone's saying, but nothing don't beat oxtail. Nothing doesn't beat oxtail. My favorite dish on the planet.
The best.
Right? I'm telling you, oxtail's the best, brother. Trust me.
I love oxtail. Oxtail.
Yeah, all right.
Did you see Danny Glover?
I can't argue with that. I'm not arguing with it.
Did Danny Glover tag in that post with Matty Harrison the other day?
Yeah, he was cussing Matty.
Yeah, he was eating it.
Yeah, he was cussing Matty. But it is what it is, man. Everyone has to eat what they have to go eat. But yeah, man. But massive big up to you guys. I'm so enjoying the 13th round. Good to see Junior. I see Junior in a hot minute. I remember when I started off promoting my own boxing shows down in London with Hard Knocks, and Junior come down to support. I don't forget those things. Yeah.
I also remember when you were stood in the opposite corner with your man giving right, beat him up his holes.
that was prize fighter. Nathan Graham was up against. Yeah.
It was fun that night. Nobody's fight.
In the final, we boxed Yasser El Machi, and that's when he fell out of the ring. He sprang that shot out of the ring. But you see, our boxing is kind of crazy, right? Because in boxing, and this is the thing why I like coming on the show, because in boxing, when you're dealing with ex-fighters or guys in boxing, amateurs, and we have a camaraderie, that is, it's a universal thing, because you could go anywhere in the world, in America, man, box, boxing. They're like, and then somewhere down the line, you're linked to fighting one of their guys or vice versa. And this is the beauty of the sport. And this is why I'm saying how beautiful the sport is. Like, certain people come in as promoters, as managers, as trainers, right? As promoters and managers, a lot of them do not understand that camaraderie. That boxing is the only sport in the world that transcends everything. You know what I mean? Race, religion, sexual preference, it transcends all, right? And people don't understand, like, when I turn around and say that boxing is literally the universe, I'm saying boxing is the universe because it has an energetic, universal energy. that is a law, and it's a law that you can't escape. And if you love the game, truly love the game, then you have to appreciate everything that you guys, like John and Dom, are doing together on the 13th round, or to agree with somebody like Junior Witter, former WBC like welterweight champion, and then you start to, you know what I mean? You think because I remember when Junior Witter beat Jan Bergman, right? And I was like, no.
Buck him up.
I was like, nah, Junior was serious, you know. Yeah, Junior was serious.
Yeah. Do you remember what press I got for that?
No, I don't.
Yeah, no one else does either. Got one line in Boxing News saying Junior Witter beat Jan Bergman. That was it.
Yeah, and then Jan Bergman.
And he was number 3 in the world at the time.
Jan Bergman was on to fight for the world title against Abdullah. Right? It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. You know what? It's a shame like social media went around in a time when you were fighting, or certain things that you could have gone and capitalized on, but that's just the game, innit? But like I said again, boxing is a universe. That is it. You know what I mean?
Hey, have you got my book yet?
What, your book?
You've got a book out.
The Avoided.
Out now.
My book's out, The Avoided.
I've had your book from a long time, brother. I got your book from Ben Dowie. I've read your book for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Did you mention me in the book? I didn't ask you that.
No, you didn't get mentioned, John.
What's going on, Junior? I spent 4 years of my life. It was like being in prison with you, do you know what I mean? You can at least give me a shout out, man.
I actually did. Cut it out.
You call me the Shahado? Is that what you call me?
Nah, he never mentioned you, bro. Disrespect, John.
No, man. We're gonna have to have one more spar to sort this out, Junior.
No, you know what's about Junior right now.
No, Junior. I'm in better shape than Junior right now. He needs about 6 months to get rid of that belly.
Listen, don't worry about that.
You still go to the pub, Junior?
What?
You still go to the pub?
All I do these days is I go down to the gym, I shout at people, I beat people up every now and then. I'll get in and have a little spar.
You still jump in there, don't you? You still like it, don't you?
Of course I do. When I can. But it's not often. And I do body. It's body sparring, it's easy.
Yeah, rather you than me, mate.
Man, you gotta like it. You love what you love, and I just love getting in every now and then.
I hate that.
But I pick my opponents. I ain't boxing. I ain't sparring no world champions.
That's why you're avoiding me, Junior. You pick your opponents.
Listen, every time you come to the gym, you never want to get in.
Listen, I just need 6 months.
You never want to get in. Yeah.
Listen, we got to mention this story before we go, though. That story with Donovan's class, what you did to Donovan. Donovan's given the big one. I used to do this inspiring. I used to do that inspiring. Junior, I used to hold my own. We're going to Junior's gym. He's got an old cassette tape ready. As soon as we go in, he goes, Donovan, let's watch this spot. Donovan didn't touch it once.
No, the thing was, so we got a video of his sparring, yeah? And Donovan's raved about this video about him beating me up for years, yeah? And he's had the video, yeah? And he said, I watched it, I did this and I did that, because I had a bad day. I was having a bad day when that video got filmed. That wasn't a good day, that was a bad day. Yeah, and he says, I smashed you up that day, because it just changed, it moved gyms and whatever. And then, I can't remember who gave me the video, but I think it was, I got the video off Sid, showed me it, put it on, I went, let's actually watch how bad it was, because I thought, it happened, let's see what happened, because I can't remember it too well. I watched it and I thought, not quite what he says. Yeah.
Donovan's reaction.
I'll let you describe it. I'll let you describe what happened in the video.
Donovan's reaction was class, though. As soon as he watched it, he just turned to me and goes, we're going to do this podcast now. What do you want to talk about? He didn't want to talk about it too tough, did he? Listen, let's check out, boys. Let's go rest. Guys, if you're liking the vibe, don't forget to subscribe. Boom, 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 boom.
13th.
13th.
13th and the final round.
13th and final round.
18th final round.
You hit the comment.
Hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscription button.